working with Neville is always it's always a challenge, and it's always fun because he likes to challenge people. He likes to bring out the best in people by just slightly. There's always a slight edge of you know, teasing, slightly goading people into playing their best in the end. I've been playing with Neville now for a long, long time. I was lucky enough for this to be one of the first orchestras I ever played with. I remember touring Germany in the 90s doing the creation, and it being still one of the most inspiring things I ever did.
Neville, he had a very clear vision of a sound of an orchestra, which he worked so hard to achieve. And he was absolutely right, because when the Academy started, he was in the vanguard of that sort of music making. And of course, the Academy started, it coinciding with a big upturn in recordings, with the introduction of the CD. So he was able to play all that repertoire, and some of those recordings, many of them in fact, are still the standard recordings of those works. So now it's still a pleasure to play for Sir Neville, and he still brings his ideals and his humour and his particular slant on music making, just the same as he always has done.
It's an extraordinary experience working for Neville. He's an extraordinary man. I personally love it because he always brings a very, very dry sense of humour to the music making. He's very, very demanding. Age doesn't seem to affect his hearing at all, or his ability to get right into the nugget of what's going on. He's as demanding as ever. And so the concerts are always a very high standard when we play with him.
The greatest thing about Sir Neville and the way he works with the orchestra, one, he knows everybody very well, but he also understands how to let people have their own space to play. And that's very special about the Academy, because we're all used to playing more as a chamber music team. And he understands the way we breathe, and that sort of controlling musicians that's not the sort of ethos behind the band. It's always been this feeling that everybody has their little bit to play, and we all bounce off each other, and he's so aware of that he just gives us the space to do that.
What comes back when we work with Neville is a steely determination to get everything so well together and so linked in. And I remember from my distant past many performances, certainly of Beethoven's symphonies with Neville, where there was such an excitement, such fantastic noise coming out of the band. He generates this free songs, and he just still has it.